Hello there and welcome to the new Tableau tutorial. And in this tutorial I will show you the dashboard that has been recently featured within the Tableau gallery. As you can see, I am in the Tableau public gallery. This is a great way to get the inspiration from the visualization where various people around the world, the Tableau experts, are creating the visualizations, and some of the top visualizations are being selected to be showcased as part of the Tableau gallery. And one of the recent visualization that is related to the acceptance of homosexuality, which is a very strong subject, is something where the person who is Agatha Catterick has done his work over here. Now this visualization, as you can see, is the strong subject. However, the visualization is quite appealing, where on the left hand or on the axis, y-axis, you have the country information, and the title is percentage of the people who says homosexuality should be accepted by society. And here, with the help of a range, the author is trying to show here for the number for the people for whom religion is very important, and that's what it's been indicated by using the legend, sort of an indirect legend here, where religion is very important, indicated in this orange color, where religion is not very important is highlighted with the blue color or the dark blue color. So an indication can be taken from here, and this way when you are looking at this chart will give you an representation that this orange color is related to religion is very important, whereas this color is related to the religion which is not important. And that basically shows the difference or the distance between the two charts. This chart can be called the distance chart, or sometimes it is also called Dumbbell chart. So how you can create this chart or how you can create this visualization, we will see. I will walk you through how you can create it, so that next time when similar scenario is coming to you, let's say for the same community challenge as part of the Makeover Monday, which is a community challenge, happens every Monday on a Monday basis, you can take that and create a similar chart, and probably your visualization can be selected for the next feature visualization over here on the Tableau public. So along with this chart, this difference is present over here, which shows what is the difference between the people for whom religion is very important and compared to the people for whom religion is not very important. And then finally there is a sort order which is based on religion is important, religion is not important, and then difference. So if I want to sort by religion important, which is already done, I can select religion is not important, and this will be changed, as you can see. Or if I want to sort by difference, then where the maximum difference is coming first, and that is Israel, and where the least difference is the Mexico. So this is something which is a very good functionality or a very good story which the author over here, the author is trying to basically tell us. And let's see how we can create this visualization within the Tableau. So the data, first of all, you will going to get it on the data.vault. Within here you have this Makeover Monday community page, and this link I will provide you in the description so that you can directly go in there. And you have this week 29 XLSX file where you have the country information, you have religion is very important and religion is not very important column. So let's see how we can build this visualization step by step within the Tableau. So for that, let me jump over to the Tableau. Alright, here I am within the Tableau, and I have imported this Excel file which I have downloaded from that link data.vault, and the file name will come for you as well as week 29. Now I have downloaded the file as Microsoft Excel, that's why it is coming over here. But you can download the file. There are a couple of other options like CSV as well. And as you can see, it has 3 columns. You have the country column, you have the column where religion is very important, and the second column, which is religion, is not very important. So the very first part will be to put the data in the right perspective. So what do we need is this. We will select this, hold down the control key and select this, come over here, and we will change it to the pivot. So this way we have the field, and we will change this to something called as religion importance and change it, and this we will change it to the values, just the values field. So we now have the field where we can have the information whether religion is important or not important and their respective values. Now if I go to the sheet 1 over here, we can start producing the visualization. So the visualization, for them we will take the country on the rows because it was on the left side, and the values over here. So what it does, it creates the visualization, which is a bar chart, the default visualization. Let's change this to line, and as you can see, this is the line, and the line should be based on the religious importance. So that's we will going to put it on the path. So once we put this on the path, it creates this line sort of a structure. Now what do we need is, again, we need to put values over there, and as you can see, we have the values similar to the earlier over here, and this is religious importance. So what we need is the color as well over here. So this we will change this to a circle. So now we have the circle for both the religion, which is religion is important and religion is not important. And now we will going to do is the dual axis. So once we have changed it to dual axis, we have slightly reached towards the very first chart, which was a dumbbell chart. And as you can see, it gives you the shape of a dumbbell, which is you have these two circles at the end and the line over here. Now one thing after making the dual axis is right click and say synchronize axis, and after that we will just remove the front axis, which is this show header. So one thing is creating this, another is related to creating the difference. So the way we create it is by creating a calculated field. So one thing what we need to do is, from the values we need to create two calculated field, one where the religion is important and another where the religion is not important. So for that we will create calculated field, and over here we will say let's say important, and we will going to tell over here to Tableau that if religion importance is equals to religion is important, I just hope I'm writing the right, religion is very important, religion is very important, then values end. Alright, so what we are saying is, wherever the religion is important, or we can call it very important based on whatever field name you want to choose, that, but the idea is to get only those values which is important for the religion, for those responses. Now I will just make some space for the religion is not very important. I want to just make sure that I am writing it correctly, otherwise it will not going to fetch the proper values. So again I will create a calculated field, and we will say not important, and if religion importance is equals to religion is not very important, then what we are saying is values and end. Alright, and we'll click OK. Now the difference between not important and important will going to tell you the difference. As you can see, in almost every cases we have higher values where you have got the religion is not very important. So for that we will create a calculated field which is difference. Now this should be based on the country, so we will use the fixed on country field, and we will say sum of not important minus sum of important. So this way the difference will always be based on the country that we are fixing, and clicking OK. Now I'll create a different sheet and I will have the country and difference, and I'll create one bar chart over here. And as you can see, this what it has done is created a bar chart. Now either we can leave it here because it suffices our needs of having the bars over here, but other thing that we can do is we can modify it a little bit. So the way we can modify it is by having or putting some shapes, which is like a rounded shape or a soft edges like we have it over here. So the way we can do it is removing this, but from here we will take the measure values over here, and what do we do is basically remove most of these from here, and I'll just press Ctrl Z, and before the last one I will just add average 0, remove that. And for this average 0 to have an effect, what we need to do is change this to the line chart. So now the line chart is here, but we will put the measure name over here on the path. The way, as soon as we put this on the path, and if I increase the size a little bit, you will see that now you have the soft edges both on the left and the right hand side. Now we are pretty much there. So what I'll do is remove this by unchecking the show header. So the header is being removed, and another thing is I need to show the header here. So this header is shown, and we need to fix this by going into the added access, tick marks, fixed, starting from 0 going up till 1, and maybe going up until we can say 0.4, and this way you only have the 0 and 0.4. One more interesting thing is adding some text which was there in the visualization. So over here, if you see, this is 0.0 PTS, the points which is being given to this. So let's add that. The way we will going to do it is by going into the format and percentage. We will have it 0%. In the custom, we will mention the PTS, and as you will see, the PTS is we are adding, it's been added over here. So 0 to 40%, and we will just remove this value. So from general, let's remove this and click OK. Now you have a very similar chart. The only thing is we will going to change the color to something which is light color. Similarly over here we will change the color to something light. I think that's what I like really, and I will just going to increase the size to so that one can easily see it. Even you can have something like this which gives an impression of that these points are inside it, or sort of a dot points, but let's remove that to keep it in sync with what we are creating. Over here we will going to change the added access to, first of all, removing the values, and then going to the tick marks. We are saying the fixed starting from 0, interval of 0.5, just so that we have the 0, 0.5 and 1. Now over here you have this line. The last piece of the puzzle is having the sort. So sort is based on this will be based on the parameter. So what we'll do is create a parameter which will be sorting parameter, and we will have the string list. We will first value we will going to have is the important, display as religion is important, and the second is not important. We will say religion is religion is not important, and finally the difference, we'll say difference and click OK. Now the sorting parameter is something you can show it over here. Religion is important, religion is not important, and difference. To take its effect, we will have to create a calculated field. Let's give it a name as sort, which is nothing but a sorting field, and using the case, and this will be the sorting parameter. We are saying when it is having the value important, then important, which is this field, and when we will be selecting religion is not important, so we are saying not important. Just make sure the parameter value, not display as, but the value should be similar to that. So we are going to just quickly check that once we are ending this, and difference, then difference, and end. So what are we doing? We are taking the sorting parameter that we created. Within the sorting parameter we have two things. One is value, another is display as. So display is over here. Religion is important, not important, difference. But its associated value is this: important, not different, not important, and difference. The only thing I want to check is not important is properly mentioned. So I'll click apply, OK, and I will just edit that. Important, not important. So I is capital. That's where I was having a bit of a confusion whether I mentioned a small I or a capital I. So that's perfect. Now we'll go to the country and we will click on sort. Over here we will take a field in ascending or descending order. So let's keep it like descending, and we will take the sort, which is sum, and we should be good. Similarly in sheet 2 we will have something as sort by field is descending, and that should be based on our sort, and we are good. Now we can just create the dashboard. Within the dashboard we will so what do we have is we have to follow a certain layout. So if I just go back to the visualization, what do you have is at the top the text, which I will just add the influence of religion. The rest of the text is something easy that you can add, but important is that we have this section over here. So it's like first you have this section, then you have this section. That means it is an horizontal one, and within the horizontal you have this vertical layout. Alright, so let's create this layout. And let's go back to the Tableau book, and first thing is we need to take this layout. So what I was referring was opposite. It was first vertical, and within vertical what do we have first thing as the inside it, the horizontal layout. So what do we want is first of all the text, which is at the top, and it should be the influence of religion on the acceptance of homosexuality, the influence of religion on the topic of, right, on the acceptance of, on the acceptance of homosexuality. The influence of religion should be big, and this should be big. So that is something related to the formatting. I am leaving that up to the individual because you can do wonders in formatting and I'm really bad at it. So the importance of religion. And now what do we have is this. We have already given the horizontal layout. So first thing is putting this sheet over here, then adding another sheet over here, and then what we can do is we can even bring it over here, right? So having an idea about how you will do this is something will go in a long way, deciding how do you want to display it. Now for sheet 1, I think what we can do is format percentage who say homosexuality should be accepted by society. So over here, sheet name percentage who says homosexuality should be accepted by society. Let's do this italics like it was there. Let's reduce this and click apply. Alright, let's give it some space, and then this one is nothing but difference, and let's keep it as so 12 italics and apply, and OK. And religious important is something which you will add it over there, so no point in having that. However, religion import parameter is something what you can have it in the single value list, so that will be similar to what we have seen, and we will reduce that to have the entire view of this. So now if you see, we are pretty much there, and what I will do is something which will remove this scroll bar. So what I'll do is remove this, hide the label. Alright, so we should be there. So this way we have created this similar visualization. If you see like this over here, a different formatting, but our formatting is also a little different that we have done. We can remove this boxes and everything by going right clicking and going into the format. Over here you have this format of bordering and lines that you can remove as per the needs, but mainly what I wanted to show you how quickly or how easily you can create this visualization, which you can see changing as the main visualization is changing. So this way you can create even your own business dashboard which looks very appealing in a scenarios like where you have the two different ranges by various categories and you want to visualize that range. So here what we have done nothing but visualize the range, which clearly shows that Israel has a lot of difference of opinion, and difference of opinion is always good in a society so that a good can come out. Whereas in Bulgaria, if you see, the difference of opinion is very less. That means people are of similar opinion, so on and so forth for the rest of the countries. Similarly, think like you have suppose product categories over here, and you have two different points. Let's say the profit in one quarter and profit in a different quarter. You want to see how big is the range between two different quarters of your interest or two different countries of your interest. So its application can be various based on the type of visualization that you need, but the point will be always that you want to evaluate the difference or the range between 2 points which you want to visualize and give a user some flexibility by which it can select the sorting, by which I can even do that I can decide what should be my first point and second point based on if I have more measure. Right now we just have 2 measure, but we can even make it dynamic that we will give the flexibility to the end user to select what range they want to see based on the measure of their interest. And that is something called as ad hoc reporting, where you are giving the user all the flexibility which they need to have the analysis done for themselves, and that is called self-service analytics as well. So that's about how it is. I can talk on and on about this because that's what we keep doing every day, and there is a lot of application as I could see from my experience as well. But that's about it. Let me know what do you think about this visualization and this tutorial, and if you have any interest in some other tutorial which you find it interesting and want me to create it for the purpose of all the different people who are out there including you would like to learn it, then let me know and I will show you about that. So that's it, and I'll meet you in some other visualization.